Yes, it's Jerry O. Green, Black Student Advocate here out in front of Lake Elsinore Unified School District here with Christina and your daughter Anaya. Christina, let's talk about what's been going on the last couple of weeks here with the school district and your baby.
Well, my daughter Anaya has allergies, and basically one of them in particular is a food allergy. And I asked the district to treat it just like a peanut allergy, but they refused to keep her safe on campus, and instead of omitting the citrus, which is her food allergy, from campus, they actually started serving the oranges and tangerines every day. So I discussed with them how that is a life-threatening deadly allergen that she has. She has an EpiPen at school for emergency purposes, just in case she goes into anaphylactic shock, but still they remained unconcerned about her safety and well-being at school.
So how long has this been going on?
Where the citrus was served every day, it has been going on probably for about the past 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Prior to that, from my awareness and discussions with the cafeteria, citrus was served on Thursdays, but her food was not cross-contaminated, and apparently their protocol for dealing with her citrus allergy was to have a citrus-free table. However, just like a peanut allergy, once that allergen is in the environment of the child that has the allergy, it becomes deadly to them. And with citrus, the trigger for the allergen is actually in the peeling. So because citrus breathes, it has pores on it, even if she's in the vicinity of an orange, lemon, lime, or grapefruit, that it becomes a deadly toxin to her.
So right now, is there anything in place for your baby with being a 504, a IEP, or anything like that?
She has 504 meal accommodations and 504 accommodations. However, they aren't sufficient enough to protect her from the allergen in the school environment. I asked for school site safety plans. I've asked for protocols as far as removing the citrus from the campus, just like they have peanut-free environments, and basically everyone just keeps passing the buck.
So you have sent me pictures where there's a sign, and then right below the sign or a couple feet from the sign, there are actually oranges on the ground. Can you speak to that?
Right. So what they said was part of their protocol to accommodate her citrus allergy was to post signs on campus saying no citrus, please. Well, the irony in that is that you have a citrus-free place or location that she's supposed to sit at. However, the cafeteria is serving oranges and tangerines to the students. So how can they not have citrus when they're serving it?
Correct.
On campus? These weren't oranges that the kids brought in from home. These were oranges that the cafeteria is serving. So how can you have a no citrus sign, but yet you're giving the kids oranges and they're all over the place?
Right, that's not congruent at all.
No.
Anaya, so how did you feel when you were going to school and not knowing if you would have oranges and things like that?
I felt scared for my life, that maybe I would get sick for another week or a month. I usually go into a bad state of allergies and I get sick for a month or a couple of weeks, and I have to miss long periods of school, and I don't like doing that.
I mean, so have you had allergic reaction prior to this week? I talked to your mom about this week, but a couple weeks ago, have you had any kind of reactions?
Yes. Before we went on to spring break, I had a bad allergic reaction where I had to go to the emergency place, and they told me that I had something wrong in my chest, a sick, I had coughed up a whole bunch of mucus and everything, and they told me I was very sick because of the oranges and my citrus allergies.
Okay, so Mom, so again, you addressed this with the district, and what was going on prior to this week and prior to the Black Student Advocate getting involved?
Well, first of all, I would like to reiterate that my student is in 6th grade. She's not new to the district. The district is well aware of her citrus allergy all throughout elementary school. She's been enrolled in the district school since 1st grade. So therefore, the awareness about the citrus allergy is prevalent. However, when I tried to make sure that it was going to be accommodated properly, and be proactive, I was always met with resistance. No answers, no real responses. So here we are in April, and we're dealing with the aftermath of them not proactively and responsibly handling her citrus accommodations. So basically what happened was that a student brought an orange into the classroom environment. Because of the exposure to that orange, my daughter immediately, her eyes started watering, her tongue started itching, she started getting dizzy. She went to the health office. The health office contacted me. I picked her up, gave her medication, took her to urgent care, and from there she had an asthma triggered from allergy attack. Which then went on for days. The allergen, the histamine levels still were not low enough for her to feel better. She continued taking medication. She had to be on a steroid, and that still didn't produce the results. So she had to go to her immunologist, allergist, and what resulted from one exposure to the orange was that she ended up having an upper respiratory infection.
Okay. How much time did she miss out of school?
She missed 2.5 weeks plus spring break, and she just went back to school, and the day that she went back, there were oranges still on campus. I addressed this issue 3 weeks ago again when she became ill.
So the district, you addressed it, you were expecting response, and what was their response? Was it quick, swift, or when did you actually hear a response from them?
I didn't hear a response at all. And so I expected that because we were at a 504 accommodation meeting and talking about the oranges being removed from campus, that was the response. It's on a federal 504 accommodation plan.
Right.
However, the oranges were not removed, and to my surprise and utter disappointment, when she went back from spring break after missing 3 weeks, there we have oranges on campus again. Well, immediately, and they were everywhere. She said the kids were throwing them. They were all on the ground. She could not avoid them. That's life-threatening to her. What kind of educational environment is one that is not conducive for the safety of all? So my daughter feels like all day she has to watch her back because of orange exposure. Well, that isn't safe.
No, not at all. Not at all. And what we look at again is that every kid being able to have an educational environment which is safe and which is welcoming, so they can again get the education they need. So now we're looking at your daughter missed out on 2.5 to 2 weeks of classroom because of basically the district's neglect.
Right. And so the issue with that is anyone that has allergies can probably understand that the medication that you have to take for allergies makes you very sleepy, makes you very tired, like Benadryls and things like that. But prescription strength doses will knock you out all day. It's like getting a shot of Benadryl at the hospital. You will be asleep. And so with that being said, the amount of work that she's capable of actually producing from her independent studies at home apparently isn't what the teachers were looking for, and they had no empathy, no understanding about her safety, health, and well-being. And so since she has been back at school, she's actually had to leave twice early because of citrus on campus. One day was yesterday. And then also with that, the teachers are pressuring her about where's the work? Well, she was sick because of the oranges on campus. So now you create an environment where not only is she safe and supported with her health and well-being, but now she's anxious. So how is that a conducive learning environment?
And so as of today and since last night, what has happened?
Today my daughter reported to me, because I tell her to always have her cell phone. That's part of one of the accommodations, to ask to use her phone to contact me if there's an emergency or urgent situation where she's having an allergic reaction. And today she actually reported that there was no oranges served at school. So I'm hoping that is the response, that they took the oranges off the campus, that there will be awareness about food allergies, because there's children with all kinds of food allergies. And peanuts and citrus are deadly. Some people might have gluten allergies. I am not knowledgeable about everyone's situation. However, protect the child the 6 hours that they're on campus.
Correct.
They're responsible for that.
Correct. And in closing, is there anything else you want to say?
I would just like to say that, there needs to be a level of accountability, responsibility, and best practices for our students. You cannot just act like when problems come up, they don't exist, rolling out the clock, passing the buck. Those are not best practices to keep a student safe and in a conducive environment that's best for their learning experiences. My child should not have to go to school every day as if she's in a war zone, protecting her life from an orange.
Correct. Again, it's Jerry O'Green, Black Student Advocate.